I'm live. How are you all? For replay purposes, if you have enjoyed this, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the little bell, and share it out. Also, can you give me a thumbs up because that really helps on the algorithm? So thank you. Appreciate it. I'll just wait. Hair's banging today. Hair is banging today. Hey, Clancy. Oh, wait a minute. I got this up. How you doing, baby? Hello, state of disorder. Hello, peace. How are y'all? Hey, Deborah. Hey, Blame Jane. Look, I can't go over and listen to it no more with her. I can't do it. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Chihuahua mom. Hey, Halloween baby. Hope y'all are well. This is going to be a recap show. We're going to go back in time when we covered Asha Degree because some people might not have been here. It's a really weird story. You doing good? Just got back from the store, decided, I'm a chorus girl. Yeah, Chihuahua mom. Yeah, because, some people, thank you, Tracy. Some people, don't know. It's a really odd story from the beginning. And now, 24 years later, we have an update. What? What? So we'll read through the update. I've kind of scanned it. When I read the first couple paragraphs of the news article, I'm like, oh, okay, well, better late than never. Um, I'm weird. Did I? Oh, state of disorder. I don't know. I'll go look. Hey, Halloween baby, that's good. Swing for all of us, baby. I have to look. State of disorder. I don't. Maybe I probably did. Oh, I love Coors Light things. That's my jam, as they say. I love that shit. I've been drinking that stuff since I was a child. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, adult and whatnot. There's a lot of craziness going on right now in the YouTube streets. We got Katie with Kale's Bells on the damn panel. Kale's Bells pleading idiot. Okay. Oh, God, Steve. I'm sorry. I'll go look. I have not looked at them. I'm sorry. I will go look. I promise. Right after this. Got my ice water and my tea. The A Southern girl. What up, dog? People say that. I hate it when people say that. So I've got this. You know what? As my research goes. Y'all know I like to overdo it. I'm having a great weekend. I'm having a great weekend. I hope y'all are too. Wonderful. This doesn't have a lot of research because there just wasn't a lot of research. I mean, not research, but when hey, Mama Cannoli. So if she's buried, because they didn't find anything. So, but she would have been there for 24 years. And I'm not sure a cadaver dog is going to get that, I don't know. The poor child, all these poor, and this is what I want to ask too. When we do after these little, like stories, we've done a lot of stories where people just disappeared. As in Asia's, she disappeared. Hey, Vicky, about, let me look. Her book bag was found, what, a year later? I have to look. And that should have, hey, Mayor's daughter, that should have, bumped the case up, but there was just nothing that didn't take place that night. Hey, Mitten Mama. I was watching you cook. I will never be the cook that you are. I get it. You and Joe are like, I don't know why y'all don't open up a like a little restaurant, because there is never a fail. Y'all never have a fail. You know what I mean? There's never anything that is not absolutely delicious looking and sounding, and the way you do it so quickly, like you just show them how to do it quickly. It doesn't have to be an all-day thing if you don't want it to be. I told you my husband has got like a list of stuff that I'm gonna have to make. Son as well. My son as well. So yeah. No, you shut up. You and Joe need to have y'all would be so successful. I'm trying to look at my old thing here. These things, this was so crazy. This was so crazy. And if I'm not mistaken, the person that, if I'm not mistaken, in the Asha Degree, the person, it was a dead person that they, oh yeah, could somebody do that? Whoever's property they searched is dead. Well, that's what they look. That's what they do. And I say they meaning law enforcement, FBI, CIA, AOL, anybody. They 100% don't have any movement in the case until someone's dead. Oh, well, he might have done it now. Oh, really? Oh, okay. The mayor's daughter, you will not be disappointed. I'm telling you right now, you will not be disappointed. Joe is my husband's hero because he gets to eat the stuff and he also cooks it. So you have Joe bringing you briskets and beautiful things, and then you have Mitten Mama bringing you, the Mexican slash Latin Flavor Flav. It's amazing, and they do it rapidly. That's all I can say. You will not be disappointed. Go back. Let me see. Let me get my. You will be excited. Plus, they show you. She shows you how to do it. Her and Joe show you how to do it step by step. You can't F it up. If you join her channel, she will take the time to chat you through it. That's another thing. So there we are. Anyway, what I was saying is, I'm sorry. Hey, watcher. After we do this Asha Degree backstory, front story, sideways story, I want to know what people think of people just disappearing. Just disappearing. I've thought about this a lot. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but I'm like, I asked the question the other day if you believe in aliens. I'm like, are they taking the aliens taking them? Is there a parallel universe attached to ours where somebody just walks out of their door and just is this? Because there can't be a serial killer waiting at everybody's door that's ever disappeared to go catch them. It's not happening. I want to know where they are. I don't understand where people go. I was listening to a story today in the shower about a guy that had friends at the house, right? And he said, let me go put these jumper cables in the shed, which was 20 feet away, and I'll catch up with y'all. They waited. He never came back. He never came back. I think the jumper cables weren't even there. He walked away 20 feet away, and he just, I don't know. One thing, back to the porch, have a Chinese ball to die for. I'm doing it. Halloween party, I'm doing it. It is weird, state of the sword. So weird. All right, cheese ball. I'm there. I'll do a cheese ball for every day. I will. Cheese ball. Mitten mama. This reminds me of stuff. Y'all know. Y'all know I'm not real bright. All right, let me see. I've got, oh, wait a minute. I think, let me play y'all my new clips. I'm going to hell for these clips. I don't care. Come on, come on. Come on. All right. Hold on, let me find my clips. I never know where to find my stuff. I like, oh, wait a minute, I got it. I'm gonna play it. Sorry. I got allergies, y'all. All right, there. I'm sorry. I haven't taken any Benadryl today. All right, if y'all don't know Tammy Spirit Finder, crazy ass, stupid bitch. She has been one of my biggest fans for the last 300 years. She and her husband had a fight one time about God. If y'all haven't seen that, it's on my damn channel. They had a fight about God. During the fight, Tammy was trying to tell him William to her 6 people in chat. And we heard this. Oh, wait a minute. I'm about to tell you. Wait a minute. Stop it. No, it's coming out. We'll tell you one more time. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. But I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you. Oh, here's another one. Let me see which one it is. Yeah, I could have had a lot of good men taking care of me, unlike yourself, William. Hey, Duchess. I could have had a lot of good men taking care of me. All right, this is the toenail fungus. She's going to sue me. Well, she was going to sue me for her toenail fungus. If you think I'm lying. The toe fungus I have, she can explain all these minor details. Thank you, baby. She's a good mommy. The toe fungus I have, she can explain all these minor details of why she's a good mommy. Nope. Why she... Toenail fungus. I'm still waiting on those papers, by the way. The toenail fungus papers. I mean, I just play them to have. If I'm having a bad day, I hit the toenail fungus. Hey, the Jim Steed, how are you? Oh, she did. Well, Jim, welcome. Welcome. I appreciate it. I know, right? Toenail fungus, right? Okay, whatever. Whatever, bitch. I think she's live right now. Do y'all want to? I'm Jim. Here's the facts, Jim. I am a huge Walking Dead fan. So, but you know, like let me. I think I'm having a stroke. Hold on. I am angry at The Walking Dead for ending it the way they did. Screw you. You're suing me? And I'm just mad. But I'm a huge fan. What? DP? Don't say that. What does that mean? Oh, the stroke. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They already thought I had a stroke back in July. I did not. All right. We'll just wait for it to keep it. I know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Devin. I just couldn't think of anything. Y'all don't know. I don't know how to say your even name. Okami. That's my daughter, Devin. Living her best life downtown in the lofts above Main Street. I'm telling you right now, she's living the life. I've literally, how long? See, if you walked out of her front door her front where the lofts are, and you look over here, you're going to see the city market, which is full of produce and restaurants and just Okama, Okami. Hello, Silver City. Yes, Asia. Asia's where, and I should have probably been reviewing this all day, but I did not. I did not. And I should have, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But it is what it is. Anyway, I'm so upset with the way they ended the Big Brother. I'm so upset the way they ended The Walking Dead that I refuse to watch Daryl Dixon's show, the freaking Andrew Lincoln and What's Her Face show. If Carol's coming, I don't care. I'm done. I am done. I have been screwed over by that whole album. Sorry. Let's see what Tammy's doing right now.
How fun does that have? She just explained all these minor details of why she's a good mom.
Well, my kids ain't got toenail fungus. I always advise you, I go and find out where you got it. Or am I so powerful that I make toenail fungus? Don't piss me off. You will get the fungus now. Don't make me do the fungus. Let's see if she's still alive. Oh, she ended it. Wow. Tam, did you run out of shit to say, baby? Oh. Trying to pretend I'm dead. I wish you... You haven't. Oh, State of Disorder. It's very good. Well, good. I'm glad he's here. I'm going to watch him. Jim. I'm going to watch him when I'm a girl and I've got to work through my feelings. Let me put up a picture of Asia. Let me put up a picture of Asia. Let me do this first. Oh, wait a minute. Let's not do this. Let me pick. I'll be down here. How did I make that slide one? This is little Asia. And little Asia lived in Shelby, North Carolina. I'm going to still start it. Her house wasn't like all the other homes. They didn't have a personal computer in the house because they didn't want her to be groomed. That was a deathbed confession. Silver City, I don't know. I'm going to read it with y'all. I know. Hey, Lee. Aw. You're sweet. Thank you. This case is so weird. It is so weird. But let me start from the beginning. Let me sort through this. Oh shit, I don't know I'm on the back. This is back when I wrote on the back stuff. I don't do it anymore. But I'll get Angie J. So they didn't have a personal computer in the house because they didn't want her to be groomed. I mean, they were so obsessed with their children being groomed, they just didn't have a PC in there at all. So Asia was 9 years old. Are you? Which I'm sure it was big news back then because it's huge. It's a huge story that never gets told. That's why I love doing these old, over 20 years cases because nobody ever speaks of them again. And that's why I do them. It's because if it were my kid, I'd want somebody talking about this till the end of time. So I always think, people say, why do you do all this? Because I think I'm helping. It helps me to think I'm helping, even though I'm doing very little, which is talking about it on YouTube. I still want to help, What was odd about this was 1,000 different things. So I'm going to read you just some of her background. So she was a 9-year-old. She was a 4th grader who was bright, athletic. She excelled in math and science and was point guard on her school basketball team, the Lady Bulldogs. Hey, Harley, how are you? Oh, thank you for sharing it out. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Thank you for listening back. I'm loving you. Thank you so much. I think it does too, baby. Hey, Jasmine, how are you, love? Yeah, you came to a lot. Um, so she was shy, curious, sensible, which is for a 9-year-old to have that in the description as sensible. You don't get a lot of 9-year-olds that are, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's some are just nine. She had her parents were Harold and Akila Degree. She had an older brother named O'Brien, Bryant with T. That her and her brother shared a room. Okay, they lived in an apartment. Hey, school girl. They lived in an apartment. I think maybe it's even a, I don't know if it's a duplex or not, but um, she dreamed of becoming a writer and an illustrator. She read voraciously. She loved to read. Um, she dreamed. She also wanted to study science at Winston-Salem University. Now this is fun. Do you remember we did it the oh shit, what was his name? Ah hell, hold on. Hold on. We did this the other day. All these things always seem to the Z Smith Reynolds. If y'all don't remember that, Z Smith Reynolds was part of the his father owned a great deal of everything, and also RJ Reynolds Tobacco. So even in 1920, which is one this happened in 1920 some, he was a very rich young man. Thank you, my love, for being a coming membership. I love you, my daughter. Um, so Winston-Salem University was named after this kid, Z. Smith Reynolds. They always kind of intertwine somewhere. It's weird like that. Sorry, that was my drawer. Sorry. Now they weren't allowed to. Her and her brother were not allowed to watch much television. So again, nice night tonight. Listen, it's a great night here. It's so comfortable. I live for this. Um, so these are the things that Asia was scared of. This is going to come into play a little bit. She was scared of strangers, the dark, storms, um, thunderstorms, strangers, the dark. It's going to come in a minute. So the days leading up to this happened on February 14th in 2020. So leading up to what happened this night, actually. So they had the day off from school on that Friday. Hey, Earth, I love you to Uranus and back. um, she had the day off from school, so Asia and O'Brien stayed with their family members that lived in the same area as their parents did, right? They were kind of a really close family. They all didn't live, there was not like a lot of them concentrated on one spot. That aunt they stayed with had a personal computer. I don't know if Asia got on the personal computer. I don't know I don't know where she would have gone. It seems pretty, but people were thinking maybe she was groomed. Hey, Wolf Rider. Oh, yeah. Well, I do it better than that chapter. I do it much better than him. Um, so she also had to go to basketball practice. I mean, it's like I say, close. They had their first basketball game on the 12th of February. The Ladybugs lost. And supposedly Asia was absolutely beside herself because she was the captain of the team and she was very upset. But by the time her brother, who was older, played his game, they said she's probably, over it. I love you, the band aid of memory. So they said she was over it. So there was a slumber party. All right, again, all of her cousins were there. There was a computer in the house. I don't know that she was on it. I have no idea. I would think it would take more than one day to get to become, groomed online. I don't know. So the family went to church. This was on a Sunday, obviously. Went to church. Okay. Everything's fine. Her aunt gave all the nieces and nephews a certain kind of candy, right? A certain kind of candy, um, which they ate up, gobbled up, loved it all. So they couldn't take a bath that night when they got home. They couldn't take a bath because a wreck had happened up the road and there was no power. So they had no hot water. So the kids went to bed early and their mother planned on waking them up early so they could take a bath before they went to school. So her dad worked third shift, the second shift. Her dad worked third shift, I think. Now, the February 14th was also the parents' wedding anniversary. So the dad went out, supposedly really late, to go get Valentine's candy, cards, what have you. And he returned at a certain time. I miss you too, Earth. I just can't go where everybody else goes no more. I just don't fit. So there's two stories about the father's whereabouts. Okay, one of them, a source said he left to buy Valentine candy on 214, because it was their anniversary. He watched TV until 2:30 a.m. and found both children asleep. That's not quite what other people say, but we'll stick with that. We'll stick with that. Apparently, sometime on February 14th, Asia, for whatever reason, woke up. O'Brien and her shared a room. He heard her get up. He figured she was just moving around or going to the bathroom. He turned his back and went right back to sleep. So what Asia did was, and we don't know why she did it, nobody knows. She woke up. People say she packed a backpack with clothes. But I'm thinking if you just got back from a sleepover with your cousins, you probably never unpacked your backpack with stuff, the things in it. It was stormy, it was raining, it was cold, and it was dark. And for whatever reason, Asia left their house and started walking. I'm just gonna let it. So when her mother got up in the morning, went to wake him up. O'Brien was always hard to get up. Asia wasn't. And when O'Brien looked over and said, "Mom, Asia's not here." The mother was like, "What do you?" They looking everywhere. They call all the family members because the family members are near. They didn't seen her. So they call the police. The police get there at 6:40. She woke up at 6:30. The police got there in 10 minutes. All right, which, not bad. They brought in tracking dogs. They searched the dogs ended her scent ended near the road. And we'll put up her little. That's another thing altogether. I didn't know that I put all these first. Sorry. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. I must have done something wrong here. Hold on. Oh, shit. All right. For some reason, my maps aren't up. All right. Just bear with me. I thought my maps were in there. Asia ended up walking 3 miles from her house to Highway 18, I think is what it was called, which was a fairly busy road, probably during the day, but this time in the morning, not very much. Not very much. So she goes, she's got on a coat, she's got on a white shirt, blue jeans. They know exactly what she's wearing. So they did line searches, they did everything that they could do to find her. All the law enforcement came. There was a grid search, all of that. So after a day or so, people were watching the news, and this woman thought, "I saw her. I saw that kid." And I stopped and asked her if she needed help, and she ran into the woods. A couple days after that, a a truck driver and his son said they had seen her early in the morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning. And he actually had got on the radio and said that there was a very small woman in a white gown walking there at 18. Make sure you don't hit her. Now I don't know why the first woman. You can tell a difference between a full-grown woman and a 9-year-old, in my opinion. Um, why she didn't, when she saw this was a child. Oh, don't worry, Wolf Rider, I love you anyway. This was in Shelby, North Carolina, right outside of Charlotte. It happened in 2000. And she was 9 years old, scared of the dark, scared of strangers, scared of thunderstorms. But she got up, got dressed, and left the house during a thunderstorm at night. And when a stranger did stop and say, "Can I please, do you need help?" She ran into the woods. Ran into the woods. We know exactly where she went, though. And if we could see, if I'd put the damn map in there, we could have really seen it. So what we know she did. What we know, she said a white long sleeve shirt. The guy said it was a gown, but it was white shirt, white jeans. The woman went past her, noticed her, spoke to her. She ran. The woman circled back, couldn't find her, and just went on. Now, I don't know why somebody doesn't call the police and say, "I saw a little kid," but she didn't do that. But I mean, I don't even know either. So we have the Turner family, and if I had my map, y'all would see 3 miles down the road. When she cut through those woods, she came across a building. All right, an outbuilding, a shed. In this shed, these people owned it, the Turners, and they owned a reupholstery shop. And in that shed, they kept furniture to eventually, redo and sell. They found a white pencil that had come from the Olympics in Atlanta. They found candy wrappers, the same kind of candy that her aunt had gotten her, because you have to think it wasn't Valentine's Day yet. She hadn't gotten any candy from anybody yet. Same candy, same wrappers. A picture of an unidentified girl. Let's go back to that. This child right here. This child's picture was in her backpack. No one knows who this child is. No one watched the news and claimed this child as their own. This child didn't exist. I mean, who is it? Nobody knows. Nobody came forward. Where did she get this picture? It's gonna come to you. The more I thought it's gonna come to you. But you've forgotten about it because it was 20 years ago. And when I ran across this, this always kind of. So we have this picture of the unknown child that nobody. Let's see. Hold on a second, Pink Bow. Hold on, Pink Bow. Talks amongst yourselves. Taking a dump. Y'all feel free to. You know what, Devin? I could probably mod you. I trust you. Okay. Oh, that is you, Pink Bow. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, because Pink Bow, that's not what I do. I talk about things that are 20 years or over. Sorry you didn't get that memo. But now you do know. So, do what you gotta do. Devin, you're now on. This is why people don't like you, Pink Bow. You know what the fuck you talking about? You running around goddamn YouTube like an idiot. Anyway, so they also said they had dogs that barked at the Turners, had dogs that would bark at anything and everything. And they never barked the night that the child was in the shed. So they were very confused when they went and found the things. I want to say a couple days later, they went down to the shed to get a piece of furniture out, and they noticed these things. I think it was a hair bow and the pencils and the candy paper and a picture of this little girl that nobody knows. And that's that. We're done. We're done. They did searches. They did grid searches. They couldn't pick up her scent anywhere. It was non-existent. Also missing was a book bag. Right? She had a book bag when she left. Why did I do this? I don't know why I did this, but she did this. Now, fast forward 4 years. 4 long years for her parents. Her parents were under a microscope, and I think it's because Aquila, her mother, was very strict. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But and maybe people put the father on blast, thinking, "Oh, well, you left, you were up, you didn't see her leave." Well, no, he didn't obviously see her leave. Did he have something to do with it? I don't know. I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. But that is somewhere that minds went. So 4 years later, an inmate called in and said that he had seen bones at this Lawndale at Lawndale Road. They went and searched animal bones. They were all animal bones, no little girl bones. This is so sad. But anyway, they did a couple years later, found her book bag. Now, it was in plastic, in 2 sheets of plastic, and buried. Again, if I had Pink Bow, eat a dick. Okay, just go eat a dick. Okay. No, I don't get where you're coming from, honey, hunty. So we have this we don't know. Okay, her backpack was over here about 9 miles away. I want to say it was 9 miles in the other direction of where she was. So this is where she was at the Turner's, shed. The book bag was 9 miles the other way, wrapped in plastic and buried. Now, in that, there were some items that her mother had never seen before. One of them is this New Kids on the Block gown. Her mother said she did not own that. It was never hers. She's never seen that in her life. And a Dr. Seuss book called The Illigat's Pool. Had never seen that. It was not hers. So we have a picture of somebody that nobody has ever claimed was theirs. Not a grandparent, aunt, uncle, friend, nobody. And now we find the book bag with stuff that did not belong to her. Yeah, the New Kids on the Block. That's what I'm. Yeah, So, but for 20 years, the FBI and the Cleveland County Police Department did not release anything that was in that bag. They did not release the things that were in the bag. Okay. I don't know why, but they didn't. They finally let it out. So then they got some calls in May of 2016 that Asia may have been seen getting into a dark green early 1970s Lincoln Continental or Mark V. Oh, I'm sorry, or Ford Thunderbird. She got into it was something from that weird color, and it was one of those huge cars. It had rust over the wheels. Still, nobody could find the car. Nobody could find the car. So another inmate called, and he was one that was convicted of sex crimes against children. He wrote a letter to the Shelby Star claiming Asha had been murdered and he knew where to find her. So in February 2021, Sheriff Alan Norman announced that Mellon's claims led to another dead end. He did not, in fact, see her body. It was not where he said it was. It was not any that. So now I'm just looking. Hold on, make sure I got everything. All right. Now, this is where speculation comes in. Hey, Summer. We have the initial disappearance. Her teacher was reading them a book about a kid that goes out. It's a kid who's a king or prince and and his friend or his poor friend. And every time that the prince did something wrong, the other kid would get the punishment for it. I can't remember the name of the book. It's probably in there somewhere. And so she wondered maybe would Asia have left home in the middle of the night in a thunderstorm with the rain and the cold just to try to emulate this book? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking no. Yeah, I don't think that book bag was ever unpacked. But anyway, I'm just reading. All right, so we have the two motorists, we have the candy wrappers, we have the book bag over here, and the child down here. They never had another lead. They had the people that saw her. I thought the son and the dad driving the truck, I thought that was a little weird. And I say this, oh, I love you. Thank you. I love it when y'all do these too. There's exactly, Devin, but there was no good reason. She, everyone is kind of shell shocked on why she would have done it. Even her parents or family did not understand why. Nobody understands why she did it. I'm 56 years old and I wouldn't go out in a thunderstorm at night, walking up the road. I don't know where she could have been going. Was she groomed? Somehow did she find a computer? Did they groom her that quick? I don't know. I don't think so. Hey, Jed. Oh, we're talking about Southern Girl. I love her. I love Southern Girl. But finally, the sheriff at the time admitted, we don't have any leads. Sorry, we don't have any leads. Man, we don't know what to do about it. We don't have any leads. So we have the Ray Blandon Sr. and Jr. They're both deceased, by the way. Now, I'm thinking to myself, what if you're driving a truck, or say you're even driving a car, and you're going to work at, 3 or 4 in the morning. My husband has to be working 4:30 in the morning. So, I mean, there are people out there going to work. What if somebody accidentally hit the little kid? What if they accidentally hit him, right? And they got out and they ran over and, oh, God, she's dead. You panic, you I don't know. I don't know what could have happened. But that's one theory that I thought, or did the son and the father do something? I don't know. On February 22nd, 2000 is when the FBI and the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigations got involved. So what is that? 8 days later? I don't know math. 8 days later, the FBI and the North Carolina Bureau chimes in. Oh, thanks, guys. Well, so her mother's account of what Asian had I told y'all this, taken with her were not what we were found in the book bag. So, like I told you, on the 20th anniversary, they finally let everybody know what was in the book bag. After 20 years, they let people know what was in the book bag. Which seems kind of stupid to me. Why are you waiting 24 years? 20 years. Here is what was in it So the book bag is found at a construction project off of Highway 18. That's the one she was found, 26 miles from Shelby. It was wrapped in 2 different trash bags. I know I've already done this, but let me just tell you what was in the bag. Wrapped in 2 different trash bags and buried. It was confirmed to be hers. It had her phone number inside of it. You remember when your kid was in middle school, elementary school, you put their name in their book bag and all that good stuff. Her name was in there. We had jeans with a red stripe down the legs, long sleeve white nylon shirt. She took her wallet with her. It was black overalls with Tweety Bird on them. Tweety Bird. 3 family photos that she had put in, white and black long sleeve shirt, and a house key. Lime green Tweety Bird purse. Which, I mean, you hearing me? Tweety Bird. Tweety Bird. Black shoes, a copy of Dr. Seuss's, and then the T-shirt and the gown that nobody knows where the hell that came from. So let's talk about the green card. We have another Jeff Rupe. Jeff Rupe witnessed Asia. He witnessed Asia, getting in the car. They did a polygraph on him, and he passed. So let's go. Remember me talking about the green car that she was seen getting into in the middle of, the night? So this week, what is it? 2024. This week, the FBI and the Cleveland County, North Carolina, it is weird. It is absolutely weird because no one knows this kid. They fired off a search warrant last week. So let's see. Let me show you. We'll go back this way. Hold on. All right, there's Asia. There's the girl nobody effing knows. That's the car that they took off the lot, off the property. That's the car that you see right there. Okay, whoever they is, right? That does not look in any way, shape, or form like. Fuck me running. I can't believe I did not put a fucking picture of this. I did, but I don't know where they are. All right, so we got a Lincoln and a Dan. That is not what this car is. If you see my photograph, they're huge, right? They're big cars. This looks like something Columbo would drive. This is not a Lincoln Continental or a Ford Thunderbird from the 70s. But they tore it off. So let me just read to you. And if I try to do this, hold on. Okay. Y'all seeing it on here? I'm still down here. Hold on. All right, I'll read it to you. And this is from WFAE. So I guess that's a radio station. There's new developments in one of Charlotte's most infamous missing person cases. The FBI, Cleveland County Sheriff's Office, and other agencies say they've searched a house and removed evidence in the case of Asha Degree. It's been more than 24 years since Degree disappeared from her home in Shelby. She was 9 and last seen walking along a nearby road, which is Highway 18. Investigators all week were seen towing a car. Investigators this week were seen towing a car from a house on Cherryville Road in Shelby. Sheriff Alan Norman said no human remains were discovered, however. The search warrant was obtained based on physical evidence directly connected to Asia's disappearance. Multiple items of interest were taken from the site and will be analyzed, says Norman. That is the extent of the update. That is the extent of the update. Physical evidence taken from who, sir? You didn't have, physical evidence, I think, was done, taken maybe close to her actually leaving. Wolf, you go have them you go have the grandbabies are going, boy, you go lay down, Wolf Rider. You're fine, baby. Have a good one. Hey, the crazy train. So, Vicky. Thank you, Vicky. Yeah, so 24 years later, just like 20 years later, they revealed what was actually in the book bag that they found 16 years before. Because that makes perfect sense. Now they're acting on physical evidence that they had in 2000, and they execute that on what? 2024. Makes perfect sense to me. It should creep you out. It creep me the hell out. So that's not, I don't understand. And I read somewhere in one of these, and let me look. Because like I said, I should have prepared for this better, but I didn't. And one, it said that someone, a dead person, this was all a dead person's house, land. And I'm like, well, who fucking died? Because the Blanton father and son died way back when. So let me Google. Google is my best friend. Asha Degree. Hold on. Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. Shelby attorney dresses rumors about the case of Bitsy Girl led to Shelby property. It's really nothing. Here's the Charlotte Observer, which is pretty good newspaper. You know where it is? I would say I would like to go, but only because there are a lot of different places that I'd like to go on cases that I've covered. Not to gawk and all that, but again, when you feel like you're doing, you feel like you're doing a good thing, people gathered to watch this. All right, so that's what I'm trying to find out, Angie, because I don't know if they even said that. It's on Cherryville Road. I'm gonna have to go look and see where that is in comparison to where Highway 18 is. So actually, the car that they towed was a green 1960s model from the property, which looks nothing like the car she supposedly got into. But who am I? They said that she was seen get into a distinctive vehicle. The one they towed off, very distinctive. The other ones, I mean, maybe if you had them that. No. No other details were released Friday. So that was Friday. Was it a week ago Friday? Now, see, the reporters might have found out. No, they were there Tuesday and Wednesday of last week. They released the statement on Friday. It's a Roy Deadman's property. Chihuahua Mom comes through with the info. I wonder if it was one of the initial people that witnessed it. Huh. A dead person may hold. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. I'm sorry. A link. All right, wait a minute. On Friday, the attorney for the man who owns those properties says court documents will link a person to the circumstances of Asha Degrees that is no longer living. Is it the father and son? Because neither one of them are living. Reported that the search efforts, Cherry Road, Cleveland County Sheriff Department, the North Carolina State Bureau, the FBI, executed multiple search warrants and seized multiple items in connection with Asia's disappearance based on physical evidence. Asha Degree went missing February 14, 2000. Authorities searched. They used ground penetrating radar. Okay. And specially trained canines. I know there are canines that are trained to get, down in there. No, well, meeting somebody, Silver City. And if y'all, the link is pinned at the top. Hey, Smokey P, stop it. You always look good. Smokey P, you sexy man, you. Stop playing that. Yeah, she's got to be meeting somewhere, but what? Now, here's another thought I had. Because, what if it was extended family? What if it was a cousin or an uncle that said, hey, meet me wherever, near the house. And I mean, I hate to even speculate that because I don't know. It is, but they didn't take any remains off, but that doesn't mean, that they won't. The owner of the property where the church identified as 80-year-old Roy Lee Deadman. Deadman's attorney said in a statement that Deadman has been interviewed by law enforcement and has denied any. That's a name that I have never seen in connection with this case. I have never seen that name ever. So that would be something absolutely incredible if this person flew under the radar for 24 years. So, of course, they're saying that it was false rumors. Let's say he wanted to address it when he could. False rumors, blah, 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 blah. No criminal charges have been filed. As of Friday, nobody's been arrested. The FBI confirmed that no remains have been found. Are they looking for remains? I mean, say that the ground penetrating radar showed an anomaly. Anomaly. That's one of my. It is in North Carolina. I got to figure out how close it is. 621 Cherryville Road and other locations. 621. I don't know why I'm writing this down, but just bear with me if I don't write things down. And several and some other locations. I think there will be. Let's see. So the lawyer. I think there will also be information in that search warrant that sadly will link a person to the circumstances of Asia's disappearance that is no longer living. So the attorney, does he mean maybe because they're no longer with us, so we're not going to get any justice from him, or for Asia? I don't know. Not saying that the person that was named in the search warrant had anything to do with her disappearance, but it's very possible that the person who's no longer here has the answer as to what happened to Asia. Okay. The attorney also gave. I hate when people read Google when they're supposed to have the facts, but listen, we're all friends here. We're all friends here. Okay. The attorney also gave the Cleveland County Sheriff Alan Norman information concerning Roy Deadman that is consistent with Roy's denial of having knowledge about what happened to Asha Degree. That's a lot of lawyer talk. So he says he has information that the attorneys, he gave Cleveland County Sheriff Alan Norman, quote, information concerning Roy Dedman that is consistent with Roy's denial of having knowledge about what happened to Asia. Am I high? Am I high? Does that make sense? Am I high? So here, all right, let me see if I can read. All right. Here's Sheriff Norman. I would like to submit to you this plush little crab. You will find none of Asha Degree's information, DNA, otherwise on this, and that proves my client didn't do it. Feel free to test it, because my client didn't have dick to do with it, and this tiny little thing will prove it. But here's the thing. Does this dude know who did it? Sounds like sounds like he's got some idea. Ain't nobody putting that shit on his land he don't know about. Teddy said he feels that because there was all of this activity at his house, and because all these false statements were made, I feel like he's sort of been convicted in court, in the court of public opinion. You damn right. Yeah, you damn right. You probably right. Teddy said there is still a tremendous amount of investigation going on. He said he asked the public to avoid speculation in the circle. A lot of stuff does get buried until we had. We did. We had a woman that's been married. Are you talking about the one that was? She went missing last year. It didn't get a whole lot of coverage, I can tell you, on my news at 13, because my news at 13 sucked dicks. So when she disappeared a year ago, right? After the first anniversary of her death, News at 13 said, well, let's go on and cover it. Y'all want to go and cover it? Get that ugly girl that we just hired, go on out there with the film crew and talk about this. So she did. And they had the woman's kids on, who couldn't get onto her property because the stepdad was there. And then when they started floating this, hey, listen, we need to find out what happened to this woman, when News at 13 did, back a year and a half, a year later. All of a sudden, they got on her property. Hey, chaotic baby. They found the damn remains and arrested the husband. Way to go, Lynchburg. Way to go, Amherst. Way to go, Virginia State Police. Way to go. You ain't thought to do that before? Whatever. So this leads me to, and y'all can listen, I encourage you. I love it. Look at Asia's case. The more you look at her case, the more it doesn't make sense. Whereas it's supposed to make more sense as you do more research. No. It makes no sense. Holding the damn contents of the book bag, for 16 years until it. No, yeah, because 16 years. I think they found it. I don't know. They kept it for a lot of years. Why? Why would you keep that a secret? Well, I don't know why. We'd have to ask them, and they probably not answer. So this puts me in mind of other cases that we have covered, because we've covered so many we have little Dennis Martin. Let me bring him up. There. So that's a very distinct car. Hey, Sarah Bailey, how you doing? Here's other pictures. I'm sorry, I forgot. Y'all know I always forget I have photos. This is the car being toted off, as we say in Virginia, toted. These are all the damn different vans, police and state and all that. And here's another shot of them. So here's an overhead of them. Now, mm, mm, it's really weird because there's a middle-aged black girl that I see and talk to when shopping in the store, and she works just yesterday. I saw her and asked her name. Oh, really? Oh, really? That's weird. That's weird. All right, let's talk about more murder. We're just going to do a little case. Remember, I only pulled some of these cases that are just someone disappearing. Now, with Maura Murray, if you will remember, here she is. Here she is. And this was huge at the time, absolutely huge. And not so much anymore because people forget. People do what everybody does, what they do. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but eventually people move on. Oh, you're right. Wolf Rider. That's huge though in Missouri. They have, and I don't have it, but they I don't know what happened to the pictures I put up here. If you Google Asia's name, the Center for Missing and Exploited Children has done a age progression of Asia, and it's pretty good. So we know that Maura Murray, if y'all will remember, and if you don't, go down this rabbit hole of Maura Murray. You will not regret it. You will be so aggravated when you're over, but you will not regret it. She went missing February 9th, 2004. She drove many moons to get where she was going, acting very weird, could have been drunk. Here's her route. She made it from her college town up to where is it? New Hampshire. She went 136 miles. She was seen in a store buying alcohol. She was seen here and there. You don't know anything. Jasmine. If you get time, go watch my Maura Murray show. And then I am telling you, get in there and get your hands dirty because it is so horrible. What Maura ended up having a wreck. All right, so this is go watch that or anybody's. Go watch anybody's on Maura Murray. It didn't have to be mine, but I wish it was. This was a road that she was down, possibly going to. So colleges have these. A lot of bigger colleges too have these. I want to say cabins, but it's that the staff uses that different. If you have like geology or whatever, and you go and look at rocks, they use these cabins. Well, she was kind of online to go there. There was stuff with her boyfriend. Just please go, and you want to die. You would just bang your head against the wall. Here's where she came around this curve down here, and I forgot y'all cannot see my pointer. If you see where crash site, and she's coming around this corner, right, and she spins the car. She's going towards I don't even know, dog something. Oh, dog loses thing. She twirled it. So now she's facing the wrong way on the wrong side of the street. Yeah. A guy that was driving a school bus, saw her. He picked up extra money because they have a lot of ski resorts there. And I'm like, Plain Jane. Thank you. Have a good night. I appreciate that. Thank you, Plain Jane. Yeah, she'll be around 29 now. So go look at her age progression because it's very good. The Center for Missing and Exploited Children usually gets it pretty right. All right, so she was now the guy who picked up a couple extra money, doing some, picking up skiers and bringing them back and forth, saw her. He lived on this street, all right, and he looked over and he saw her outside of the car, walking around the car. It was disabled. I guess it was disabled. I don't think she even tried to move it. Honest to God. He turned his light on, right? He was watching her. He was, he called the police, said, look, we got a girl that spun. She's, not moving the car. I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's stuck. We have another person that lived on that street who was looking out of her kitchen window, saw it, right? Called into the police. The police got there within minutes. Within minutes. Minutes. So there's snow on the ground. The road's icy. This is nothing to her. She grew up like this. So by the time the police got there, within minutes, there was no more Murray. There was no more Murray. Her book bag was gone. She was gone. The car was locked. So they did a search. The next day because ASDA lover, how you doing? They did a search the next day or a couple days later because they figured she'd show up somewhere, I guess. So they did the dogs. If you look here on this photograph, which I wish, crash site to dog. The dog lost the scent right at this road. Right at this road, lost the scent. Some very skilled, very professional people did grid searches of that woods beside where, they thought maybe she ran into the woods. There were wine stains in the car. She was drinking. All right. So she probably, I think even somebody went by, so he wants to call the cops. She said, no, don't do that. So did she just throw her backpack on and then take off walking and then somebody pick her up? What are the chances? And they're probably good. Probably good. That she is disoriented, disheveled, not in a good mental state, right? She grabs her bag because she's already in trouble at her college for drinking, right? So was she like, oh shit, I'm going to get in trouble again because I'm drinking and driving. Oh shit, let me go. They searched those woods over and over and over again, both sides of the highway. They said it's a very dense wood, but I'm looking at those woods, and I don't know if it's because I'm looking at it from above, looking down. I don't know. It's because I live in Virginia, and you want to know dense woods? I can take you to some dense woods. You ain't going to see none of that white on that thing. So they went over and over and over. They called her poor father, who absolutely adored her. He came down. He looked, nowhere to be found. He would go to that site every single year, probably more than once, and walk around there. There was a tree that she actually hit, but not very hard, that had a yellow ribbon on it. Okay. People would meet there for either a memorial or a, prayer vigil or meet there to start looking. And the people who own that land cut the tree down because they didn't want them there anymore. Sorry, sir. I know this is where your child was last seen, and I know this is a very important area for you in this tree, but I'm going to cut it down because I don't like y'all around here no more. Don't come around here no more. The first officer got blamed for taking her. People thought, okay, well, maybe she was riding in tandem. Maybe somebody was behind her, following her. They were both going to here. And to here is a actual cabin that her and her boyfriend used to go to. They think maybe she was there. What she did before she disappeared was actually a whole lot more interesting than what happened after she disappeared, which is absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So we have to think that, okay, if she had this person behind her following her, where'd they go? Where'd they go? If she walked that far to get, it was closer to walk the way she had come to get to, somewhere. Plus, she had houses around her. Why didn't she stop at one of them? I don't know. So then they think, okay, because there's another girl that went missing in the same town the same way. She had an accident. Her car was turned around, facing the wrong way, and she was just gone. So we would have to think that somebody was going down the road. As soon as they saw her, oh, I'm a serial killer. I'm a serial killer. I'm going to pick her up, kill her, put her in my garden. But hearing that there's a second girl. So a year ago, my kid. Well, see, Devin had a friend, my girl Devin right there. He lived right over here behind us. He was a childhood friend of hers. And he went missing, what, Devin? 3 years ago? He went missing. And I got a little bit involved with it because I asked I knew a lot more about him than I thought I knew. We know where he was last seen, and I asked the detective through email, and didn't bother him, but is there a footpath from that road to this road? Because most kids around the area will know a footpath before, and then I'm like, yeah, I don't know, maybe. Well, it turns out he did. His remains were found 2.5 years later, right near where, I ain't saying but taking the route, taking a footpath, and not, and he probably died of natural causes, her friend. So what I'm telling y'all is to absolutely, if you do not know this case, if you Google it, if you go on Reddit, if you go anywhere, this is big stuff. You will absolutely pull your hair out. You will pull your hair out. The cops didn't even, no, they didn't really look for him. No, they didn't really look for him. Maybe an unknown killer. It could be. Now, see, Jasmine, it could be because we had that other girl that disappeared. And I say within, a time, same time of year. So Little More Murray, like I said, all right, here's another thing of the crash site during now they look like dense woods, but here's just another area of, see her crash site right there. She went around that curve, took a little bit too much. And up here, again, y'all can't see my pointer, is where the scent just leaves. Now I put this one here and I didn't. I don't know what that is. I don't think so. I'm in Lynchburg, Virginia, baby. I don't know. We ain't got nothing. All right, so I put up this picture of Joan Roche. And I don't know why I did it, because with her, we kind of know something went on in their house. If y'all don't remember her, she was a woman in the, let's get it. Let's look. Let me find the year. October 24th, 1961. She had 2 children, 2 small children. That day, she went to the store, and her and another neighbor the kids went back and forth to, if they were at the neighbor's house, they'd come over to Joan's house, and they'd go back and forth. Somebody pulled up in a driveway. She told her son to go over to the friend's house. The little boy didn't say, my mom sent me over here because somebody put in the driveway. The woman just got kind of irate, when Joan never came to get the kid, right? So she went over there. I'll show you this. All right, here's the kitchen of Joan's house. If you look down at the bottom, you will see blood. There was blood all over that kitchen. However, it looks like it's definitely a look for the MM1 Shannon. Yeah, please. And then after that, go look around. Go look around. You will be amazed. You will be upset. You will be absolutely. I'm sorry, it was November 24th. Yeah. This is her kitchen. Here's another shot of her kitchen. Here's the phone. Again, you can't see my pointer. The phone up there on the wall, as you can see. There's the little baby's chair, and there's blood on the floor. I didn't put a lot of these photos in here because the amount of blood you see right there is kind of it's not a lot of blood. You're saying, no, Shannon, it looks like a lot of blood. It's really not a lot of blood. But it's definitely there. And there were like beer cans, beer cans or beer bottles in her trash. She didn't drink beer. Her husband had been away on a trip. They found this, know her nowhere. And then people said, well, yeah, I did see her way over here. Oh, yeah, I saw her. She was walking, I saw her, sure. I think some of them even described her coat. So here we go. The rumor mill goes that, well, she was also pregnant again. Now, this was a woman with a pretty good education. She worked in publishing in her, before she got married and before she had children. Her and her husband, who was also successful, bought a house in the suburbs and was doing what everybody thought they would do. She became a stay-home mother. She was pregnant again, so people said, this was in 1961, and let me tell you, 1961, November. I'll tell you exactly when it is. All right, let's see. I mean, it's very well, what she did that day is absolutely down to the minute on what she did. I did cover this one as well. Yeah, I covered this one as well. Bless her heart, just nobody found her. So they thought, oh, so here's when the rumors start, right? And it was November 24th, 1961. And here's her name. Let me write her name in here, just in case y'all didn't see it. Nope. There she goes. That's her name. If you want to look that up. So people started talking, oh, well, she didn't want to have this baby. She didn't want to be another baby. That would be, X amount of kids under 5. So she must have had, a doctor come in because there was blood upstairs as well. The boy was sleeping. The little girl was next door. I'm sorry. I think there was like a handprint, right? And I'd have to actually look and see how. I think there might have been blood somewhere. Might have been in the bathroom. But as far as I know, doctors didn't make house calls back then to do this. You know, I love you, Angelo. Devin's here. Devin, show who you are. Yeah, I didn't think doctors, came out and did house calls like this, but there was a car in her driveway. There was a weird car in her driveway. They were also doing road work in front of her house. So was this, again, don't know. She's just gone. He is just gone. And we can go back and talk about the Springfield 3. That was the mother, the daughter, and the daughter's friend who on graduation night went to spend the night with with each other, and all three, the mother, the daughter, and the friend all disappeared. Everything left in the house, cigarettes, pocketbooks, they left the dog. Where'd they go? Nobody knows. There's never been any credible sighting of the Springfield 3. That's another one you have to look up, the Springfield 3. Then we go back again down, we can go to the Fort Worth 3. Fort Worth 3 are 3 girls that went missing right before Christmas, literally the 23rd. They went to a mall, never came out. They had non-credible sightings, but this shit happens all the time. And I just don't understand. The Springfield 3 was crazy, Jasmine, and I'm going to tell you, this is what I did. This is a mistake I made, right? Am I still friends with Sav? No. Whatever. I did those back to back, Jasmine. I did the Fort Worth, trio and the Springfield 3. One, it offended me that the Fort Worth trio. No, that was 3 human beings. That was 3 daughters. A wife. That wasn't the trio. It was 3 human beings. Springfield 3. No, that was 3 human beings too that are sorely missed to this day, as with the Fort Worth. And I did those back to back. And I shouldn't have done that, because when you're dealing with that much, what's the word? when you get to researching the families and you go and you look at what the families have said and you see that they are absolutely crushed and it never gets any better. I was going to do the alphabet killer. Funny you should say that. I was going to do that. Yeah, let me put all this back. I could pull shit out of here all day that we've already done about people that, Dennis Martin, if y'all will remember. Did I put any of Dennis Martin in here? No, of course. Dennis Martin we did a while back, and I can't remember the damn date, but he was a little 5-year-old that went with his dad and his brother. He'd just gotten old enough, big enough to actually go along for a Father's Day tradition. They would go hike into this spot and come back and so Dennis got to go with them. They met up with some other people and they got all the way out there, right? So there was the Dennis, his older brother, and the boy of the people they met. Well, the men were going out and getting, setting up the camp and shit like that. And the boys decided we're going to hide and we're going to scare them. They're not going to know. It's great. So they all hide. Dennis had on a red shirt. I can't believe I can remember all this. Dennis had on a red shirt. So the older boys didn't want him to hide with them because they were going to see his red shirt. So when they got, the parents didn't leave. The fathers didn't leave the camp. They just were getting it, So the dad saw the two older boys hiding, right? And they said, they're going to want to jump out on us. Let's go over there. And Dennis's father had an eye on him, right? 5 minutes later, they found the other children, right? Boo! It was less than 5 minutes, actually. And when they went to where Dennis was, he was gone. This is high up in the mountains. You go watch my video, and this was a national forest. He was gone. Gone. And everybody started screaming and hollering for him, right? The dad started to panic, as well he should. And that kid's one shoe was found, I think, but a barefoot was found near a creek. So mine, or you thought with Devin, or you? Well, yeah, it was. Well, it wasn't a lot of clothes because if they'd have found ripped up clothes, they would have known an animal got it. There was none. So then it went out that it was a feral human. It could have been a feral human that grabbed him. He never screamed, he never made noise. There was no finding him. There was nothing. They searched every single, drop, everything they could find. They had Army Green Berets come out. What they did actually is have too many people. This is Dennis Martin's case was why they conduct searches of woods and whatnot differently than they did back then. They flooded the area with Boy Scouts. They had the Green Berets out there. They had people that would hike up. And it was polluted. They couldn't find any, they couldn't trust a child's footprint because we had the Boy Scouts up here. His case, I'm Embassy Suites. This is what I think, dude. I don't know why I think it. Maybe because your brain is Dennis Martin. And there's so many others. But in his case is why they don't search like that anymore. No. Write it down. Y'all know I gotta write it down or I'll forget it. That's another shit. I mean, this is another case though that is, it'll make you, his dad, I don't think ever really recovered. And why would you? Why would you recover? He felt like it was his fault. They thought he was big enough. Well, he was big enough. I mean, probably he was big enough, but There was people all the way down the mountain that were visiting and said that they saw somebody, but nothing ever panned out. Nothing ever panned out. I don't understand where it went. And they would go year after year to see if they could. Oh, wait a minute. I heard him. Heard him. Missing 411. Yeah. 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 Because they also did a lot of the things that I did, like the Zumba 5, or Zuma. I always called it Zuma. I got it wrong. Yuba 5. It's another whole thing altogether. That's a no other thing altogether. That is when 5 friends went to a basketball game. None of them were real. Each one of them had a different handicap, we'll say, in mental. They went to see their favorite Yuma. Thank you. They went to see their basketball game, and for some reason, somehow, some way, they didn't come home, which was very unlike any of them. They were very set in their schedules, and you might call it autism or what like that, but they were very, the boy who drove wouldn't let anybody drive his car, so that, they ended up finding a car up a mountain road, and then later found 4 of the people on the side of the mountain. One of them, you just go see that one. Go watch that one too of mine. That's the one that'll make you go crazy. Yeah, they all had problems. One was schizophrenic, but he was taking his medicine, so he was fine. There were different levels of impairment. Let's call that. I'm not, that's another. Y'all go back to my shit, please. They do embassy suites. It's weird, but with Dennis Martin, they said, "Oh, it was feral humans." No, come on. No, it wasn't. Either he fell to his death quickly so that he couldn't make a sound. His father said he would have never have run. All right. Anyway. So all this is why I wanted to go over the developments of Asha Degree, because it's important. Pink Bow can't figure out why I did all these cold cases, because nobody else is. Do you know how easy it would be for me to cover Sebastian or Summer or, any of the other children that are missing right now that people are making money off of? You know how easy that would be? It would be so easy. And it would produce a lot of, viewers, subscribers, money, if I wanted to go that route. That's not the way I go. I don't do that. Sorry. I don't do that. I'm not saying I'm better than everybody. Hey, Tracy. Thank you. I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody else that is doing it, but it would be easier for me to do that shit than this shit. Because not a lot of people want to know. They'd rather talk about what's happening right now. Y'all want to know about these cases. They mean a lot to me. That's right, Jasmine. I'm so glad to hear that. I mean, yeah, what I put together means a lot to me. And when it means a lot to y'all, when y'all show up, I think I'm good. I'm good with 27 people. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm perfect. This is good. Because hopefully you'll go look into these and you'll look into more. And the bigger we get, because I know I've been doing this for a couple years now, but the bigger we get, we can share. Some of the best shows I've ever had were people on the panel that could explain, guns. And when I first did the Amityville murders, not the Amityville horror, because the horror of Amityville was the family and the murders that took place before the Devils. Okay. I had my Lavender Sunday was on here to, talking about guns, and Angela was talking about guns, and people that knew we did the Black Dahlia. We had a bunch of people on panel that were really interested in that. Yeah. So, thank you. Well, I love what I'm doing too. Like I said, of course, I pray for these families, because I see what families are going through 25, 30, 40, 50 years later. The Fort Worth 3, it'll be 50 years this Christmas that they have been gone. Their parents are dead. Some of their siblings are dead, but they're just dismissed today. Yeah. You're contractually obligated. You are, Dev. You are. Well, you STD, it makes me feel bad. Sometimes I feel so that's why I shouldn't have done like the Fort Worth trio and the Springfield 3 back to back. I would never do that again. It was so much raw pain. And I am a part of the Facebook group. If you want to look on Facebook, there are groups to all of these mysteries. There are groups and they share information. I'm on the Fort Worth trio. I got to talk to one of the girls' brothers. Well, two of the girls' brothers. Um, and in text messages and whatnot. Was lucky enough to be able to do that. That's how I can tell you these people are still just as hurt today as they were 50 years ago, as they were 40 years ago, 30, 20, 10. You take it wherever you want. But listen, I've been going an hour and 35 minutes. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for caring. Thank you for staying the whole time. Thank you for showing up every single Saturday night. I appreciate it more than you know. This old lady appreciates it more than you know. I love y'all. State of Disorder, I love you. I love y'all so much. So what? Wait. My little Devin is here. Oh, my little Dev. Oh, little Debbie. Band-Aid, I love you. Thank you. Listen. 35. What are you talking about? Question, please. I hope I can answer it, yeah. I started talking like a damn Canadian, yeah? Man, yeah, to everything. Good night, Skullgirl. You have a great night, Jasmine. Thank you for being here. You are I feed off you. I love it. Do I have Netflix? I do have Netflix. I do. Oh, I'm not. I mean, I'm. Listen, my favorite hockey, right? Come on, the Maple Leafs, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yeah, yeah, they're my favorite. I love them. It's getting ready to start. Hockey's getting ready to start. Hello. Children said, "Oh, missing case." Let me write her down because I get my stuff from y'all. A lot of the stuff I just kind of go around. We've done so many of these. I'll like type in. There's a new show, The Fire. No, I'm gonna watch it though. The Fire waited all day. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Yes, the Maple Leafs. Silver City. If you don't like Maple Leafs, don't you come in here. I'm just kidding. An hour and a half away from your team. Oh, you really, Vicky? Can you go and tell Austin Matthews that I love him? Thank you, Halloween baby. I do have it, and I will watch it because I love. Well, I'll type in like unsolved mysteries. We've done so many of them. I'm kind of proud in a way. We've done so many of them. Have we found answers yet? Absolutely not. Have we found one person? Nope, not even one. But never know. I love you, Halloween baby. I love you. Like the blue sodas. My kid has got all kinds of Blue Jays hats he's getting in as we go. Yeah, I wish that also ready. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I'm so glad I feel better and I feel like a little more crisp in my brain. My brain's a little more crisp, not crispy as it was when I was half dead, which Devin can tell you was not a pretty sight. It was not a good sight at all. Not good. So, okay, everybody go. This is the biggest drama we're going to face. Is what, if there's other drama popping off, go to it. Bless you, Wolf Rider. Thank you. I love y'all. All right. Thank you, Silver City. I am too. I am too. I will see y'all next Saturday. Um, I've got so many cases that I'm finished with that I just need to pick one. And I'll pick one by tomorrow, I promise. And then I'll give you update and reminders all week. And then Halloween, baby, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Remember that the smaller, shorter ones, we don't have a lot of information. I am going to do as members only streams, but I will, after a week or two, put them on my regular stream. So if you're not a member, you will not miss any content. You will get it just maybe a little bit after the members do. I will never withhold anything, right, without it. So I love y'all. I will see you soon, Devin. I will talk to you tomorrow. And y'all be safe. And I love you. Simple as that. Tracy, thank you for gifting 5 more D-Shannon memberships. Thank you. There's Zipperella. How are you, love? Listen, like I said, I will never, ever not put out all of my content. It's just that the members will see it a week or two earlier. That's it. I think that's after people do that, but whatever. All right. Go forth and prosper, people. I love you. Bye. Bye.